By hour 4, your ankles swell. By hour 6, your sinuses sting. By hour 10, your veins have stopped pumping the way they did at 40. For someone over 70, a long-haul economy flight isn't really a flight anymore. It's 10 hours of your body losing ground while everyone around you sleeps. 7 decades of flying have taught you most of what you need to know, but there's one defense almost nobody your age realizes they're skipping, and it's the one that decides whether you walk off the plane or get wheeled off. Mistake number 10, boarding cold. For travelers over 70, the flight starts before you sit down. You wake up, quick breakfast, sit in the car, sit in the terminal, shuffle through security, sit at the gate. By the time you board, your body's been folded into chairs for 3 hours, and the flight hasn't even started. Your joints don't warm up like they did at 50. Your hydration is already low from dry terminal air. Your nervous system's humming with pre-flight tension nobody talks about. Your defense: arrive 30 minutes earlier than your nerves say. Walk slow laps around your gate. Sip water steadily for the 24 hours before takeoff. Not in one airport gulp. Use the bathroom right before boarding. Take 3 slow breaths before you sit down. Magic phrase: board warm, not stiff. That's the rule that decides whether your first hour feels like a warm-up or a wall. Compression socks come next, and the travelers who skip them usually learn the hard way. Mistake number 9, skipping compression socks. After 70, your veins aren't pumping like they did at 40. A man in his late 70s boarded a 14-hour flight from Toronto to Dubai. He'd been told to wear compression socks. He didn't. They felt silly. They felt like an old person thing. 8 hours in, his ankles had ballooned so badly he couldn't get his shoes back on. He walked off the plane in his socks. The valves that push blood back up your legs get tired. Sit still for hours, and blood pools in your feet. Pressurized cabin air makes it worse. Compression socks aren't a fashion choice. They're the squeeze your veins stopped doing on their own. Your defense: put them on at home before the airport, not on the plane. Aim for 15 to 20 millimeters of mercury, the sweet spot for flights, not medical grade. Keep them on until you land, but socks alone can't save legs that haven't moved in 4 hours. Mistake number 8, sitting frozen past 2 hours. For someone our age, the calf muscle is the second heart. You tell yourself you'll get up soon. The seatbelt sign clicks off. You don't move. The drink cart blocks the aisle. You don't move. The person in the aisle seat falls asleep. Now you really don't move. 4 hours in, you push yourself to stand, and your hips don't agree. Every step squeezes blood out of your legs and back to your chest. When the calf stops pumping, blood pools. Pools turn into clots. Your defense: every 30 minutes, flex your ankles, toes up, toes down, slow, for a minute or 2. Every 2 hours, get up and walk to the bathroom and back, even if you don't need it. If the aisle's blocked, press your feet hard into the floor for 10 seconds, release, repeat. Stand by your seat, roll your shoulders, lift your knees. Magic phrase: move before stiffness moves you. Movement only works when your blood has the water to move. Mistake number 7, waiting until you're thirsty. After 7 decades, thirst arrives late. Picture this: the cabin is dim. The drink cart came by once 2 hours ago. You took the small plastic cup, sipped, tucked it in the seat pocket. Now you're 4 hours in. Your mouth feels rough. Your lips are tight. You realize you haven't been thirsty, which is exactly the problem. The signal that tells your brain you're dehydrated weakens with age. By the time you actually feel thirsty in a cabin where humidity sits below 20%, drier than a desert, you're already running on empty. Your defense: bring an empty bottle through security. Fill it right before boarding. Set a quiet alarm every 45 minutes. 3 real swallows, not sips, swallows. An insulated thermos for hot tea works too on overnight flights. Start hydrating 24 hours before takeoff, not at the gate. Magic phrase: sip before you're thirsty. The difference between landing alert and landing with a headache. Water alone won't save you if the food on your tray is working against you. Mistake number 6, eating heavy or salty. For older bodies, salt and pressurized air are a brutal pair. The tray arrives. Chicken or pasta? You pick one. You eat the dinner roll. You eat the salty pretzels they handed out earlier. You accept the small wine because it's there. 2 hours later, your ankles look like dough, your stomach feels like cement, and you can't get comfortable no matter how you sit. Airline meals run high on sodium to taste like something at 35,000 feet, and your kidneys, already working slower than they did at 50, can't flush it fast enough. Add alcohol and you've stacked dehydration on top of swelling. Your defense: eat a real meal at home before you leave. On board, choose the simpler of the two options. Skip the second dinner roll. Skip the second pour. Pack 2 small things you actually like: a banana, a handful of unsalted nuts, a soft granola bar. Stay with me. What comes after this break is the noise most travelers don't even notice until they land already exhausted. Real quick, if landing without swollen ankles hits home, do me a favor, tap subscribe so the next senior travel video finds you. The second half covers noise, medication timing, and the one mistake most travelers your age don't even know they're making. Mistake number 5, letting cabin noise drain you. For older travelers, noise wears you down faster. Picture this: you board. The engines spool up. That steady hum at 75 to 85 decibels, somewhere between a vacuum cleaner and a busy restaurant. You don't really notice it. 3 hours in, the kid 2 rows ahead starts crying. The woman beside you opens another bag of chips. Someone behind you starts snoring. You still don't notice, but your body does. Your ears process the cabin hum harder than at 50, and that low-level stress quietly raises your cortisol. Cortisol is what your body releases when it's bracing. After 8 hours of bracing, you land already tired, already irritable, already older than you felt at takeoff. Your defense: foam earplugs as your base. Soft, cheap, replaceable. Add noise-canceling headphones over the top if you can wear them comfortably for hours. Download a calm playlist before you leave home. Wi-Fi up there is a coin flip. Now we move from what's around your ears to what's above your head, and what shouldn't be. Mistake number 4, meds and glasses in the overhead bin. For travelers over 70 on regular medication, that hour matters. A woman in her 70s booked a window seat for an overnight flight to London. She'd packed everything she needed in her carry-on: medications, reading glasses, hearing aid batteries, phone charger. Then she put all of it in the overhead bin. 2 hours in, turbulence hit. The seatbelt sign stayed on for 40 minutes. By the time she could stand, she'd missed her medication window by an hour. Your dose schedule isn't a suggestion. It's the rhythm your body runs on, and a long-haul flight already throws it off. Your defense: under the seat, not above. Every pill bottle you'll need on board and for the first day on the ground, a backup pair of glasses, hearing aid batteries with a spare case, your phone charger, lip balm, tissues, a snack you actually like. Reach down, not up. Fewer missed doses. And while your hands are reaching down for what matters, your nose and lips are quietly drying out. Mistake number 3, ignoring cabin dryness. After 70, dry sinuses are a doorway to landing sick. You don't feel it the first hour. By hour 3, your lips are tight. By hour 6, the inside of your nose stings. By hour 10, your throat feels like it's scraped against something, and you wonder if you're getting sick. The mucus that traps incoming bacteria gets thin in dry air, and a cabin sitting below 20% humidity is drier than the Sahara Desert. Your immunity on landing is weaker than at takeoff, and you've got 3 weeks of vacation ahead. Your defense: into your underseat kit. Lip balm, a tiny pot of hand cream, a travel-size nasal saline spray, 1 packet of face wipes. Every 2 hours, lip balm, 1 spray per nostril, a quick wipe of your face. Before landing, freshen up. Brush teeth, wash hands, fresh balm. You'll step off looking less like you survived and more like you started the trip. By landing, the most experienced travelers your age use one trick to outsmart the worst part of long-haul flying: jet lag. Mistake number 2, skipping the jet lag mind trick. For someone in their 70s, the body clock shifts slower than at 40. There's a story about a 90-year-old veteran flyer who spent decades between Australia and Europe. The trick he swore by sounds too simple, but he ran it for 40 years. The moment he buckled his seatbelt, he reset his watch to the destination time. From that second on, he ate by destination time, slept by destination time, walked the cabin by destination time. He didn't fight the change. He arrived already living in it. The circadian system that runs sleep, hunger, and alertness needs more days to catch up, and every day of jet lag is a day of vacation lost. Your defense? Change your watch when you board. Skip the meal if it's the middle of destination night. Sleep when destination says sleep, even if it's broken. Light exposure helps. If your seat's near a window, use it. Magic phrase. Set your watch before takeoff. Set your head before landing. And now we land on the one mistake that decides whether your body arrives ready or arrives in trouble, the one most travelers your age don't even know they're skipping. Mistake number 1, skipping DVT defense. Here's what the airline never announces. Sitting still in a pressurized cabin for more than 4 hours raises your risk of deep vein thrombosis, a blood clot in the deep veins of your leg. After 70, that risk is significantly higher than at 40 and rises sharper the longer the flight. Most cases never become emergencies, but the ones that do can travel from leg to lung. After 7 decades of flying, you don't need to fear this. You defend against it like routine maintenance. Your defense? Layered compression socks before you leave home. Hydration every 45 minutes, no exceptions. Ankle pumps every 30 minutes, even seated. Toes up, toes down, slow. A walk every 2 hours, minimum. One conversation before your trip. Ask your doctor whether a low-dose aspirin before a flight over 6 hours is right for you. Not generic advice, a question for your doctor. Magic phrase. Move every 30 minutes. Your veins are counting. A long-haul economy after 70 isn't about making the flight perfect. It's about making sure your body lands as ready as your suitcase, your mind as steady as your plans. But surviving the flight is only half the story. Flight crews quietly hand out 15 free upgrades to travelers over 60, and most passengers never know which 2 words unlock them. It's on the screen right now. See you there.